Hello, everybody. Welcome to my follow-up for Tago Mago by Can. A certain special little album for sure. Man, I mean it was a crazy reaction, right? Wild album. One of my first forays into krautrock, kind of in general. Let's just go track by track, and I'll kind of talk about the whole album at the end. So, 7 tracks here. First one, Paper House. Not a bad track, but it's just highly overshadowed to me by the later tracks. It feels just slightly weaker. Some of the moments feel a little more kind of generic compared to the really unique stuff coming later. Mushroom, one of the highlights for me, a really unique vibe that borders on like psych stoner genre stuff, but it has a really strong krautrock or post-rock element to it. It's so hard to describe it. It's like it feels really stark and very kind of binary, but it has echoes of color to it. It's such a unique, interesting track. It's one of my favorites. That goes into Oh Yeah. Really cool groove. Odd vocals, but the whole track sets a nice vibe. I kind of like the way it kind of builds from that explosion at the beginning. Hallelujah. First showcase of the incredible percussion on this album. Really chill groove. Very easy track to just kind of zone out to. Definitely one of the best ones on here. However you say it. Absolutely crazy track, but it's probably my favorite, ironically enough. The vocals are hilarious at times, but it's really the drum fills in the last few minutes that are just like monumental, amazing, such a powerhouse performance. Really great stuff. Jackie, I think that's the drummer's name, if I'm not mistaken. I would have it up, but I'm lazy. Peking O, it feels like some kind of like urban Frankie Teardrop-esque mental breakdown kind of track. Really crazy stuff. But again, more great. You know, it's like you can see like the precursor of like bands like Godspeed trying to like, you know, tell stories through these really kind of vague, almost sound collage-y kind of things. And I can definitely see like post-rock pulling from this kind of stuff later. Absolutely crazy stuff. Bring Me Coffee or Tea, last track. Much like Mushroom and Oh Yeah, it has a really unique vibe to it. And after a few listens, I think it makes complete sense as the closer for Tago Mago. At first, I was kind of not underwhelmed, but I was just like, oh, that's an interesting way to end the album. But after listening to it a couple times, it's like, okay, I get it. So, it's a great album. I know I said I'd probably never listen to it again. I had to listen to it when I was editing it, and then I kind of ran through the tracks again for this follow-up. It's a really solid album. Like I said, I don't know how often I'll come back to it, but the more I listen to it, the more compelling it gets to me, and I'm really eager to get to more Can albums in the future, for sure. So that is my follow-up to Tago Mago. Thank you guys so much for watching. Godspeed.